Okay, I want to welcome everybody here tonight. This is a McClary Family Durox and Friends, MFD and Friends preview here, Poolville, Texas, Poolville Ag Barn. I want to thank the Poolville Ag Barn for letting us host this here again, and all the fine people here in Poolville, Texas. Appreciate the opportunity. Starting out tonight, thank everybody being here. We've got a nice set for you folks to look at online, and the people here that's in the seats. We're going to start out with Hal Brothers out of Sydney, Ohio. Hal Brothers Show Pigs. Little quick history of this family. I've known this family a long time. We go back a long ways because I'm getting old, as a lot of you know that's watching or sitting ringside. I've been in this business for a while. And so Sue Hal and I and her family go back a long ways. And I appreciate them traveling out here again. It's like old times. And got a nice set for you folks to look at. We got lot 1, 2, 3, and 4 in here. And we got Roy out here driving these hogs around, and we're going to start with lot 1. Roy, point that dude out for me because I got these cheaters on and I can't see real good. I'm getting old, like I said. Here's lot 1, folks, that Roy's pointing at. Here's a black belted gilt here. She is born June 25th, 2024. She is sired by AutoCorrect at Premium Blend. Premium Blend needs no introduction. Everybody knows that firm up there. Ted Laird and his family do an outstanding job, and we appreciate what they do for the industry. Hal's brought a really nice one here in lot 1. This gilt is born June 25th, 2024. Hog that's got foot and bone. She's got look. She's got shape up high. Studier as she comes and goes. She's one that's opened up the top of her shoulder blade, carries that true muscle expression all the way back to her ham-loin junction. Really appreciate that about her. She takes a good stride, got good set on her back hock as she goes away from you. Nice individual here, lot 1, born June 25th, 2024. Sure thing on a dirty loving is the sow out of AutoCorrect at Premium Blend. Coming in lot 2 is going to be next. Over here is the white body with a black spot in the top of her back. One that is 19-3 is her ear notch. 19-2 is ear notch on lot 2. Here's one that is a boar pig born June 25th, 2024. Litter mates to the lot 1 that we just talked about. You want a white black-headed crossbred boar pig that's stout, heavy bone, big-footed, really got that square look coming at you as you come out of that show gate, coming out to the look at the judge, whatever show you want to go to. Really good from the knee to the ground. One that's got a lot of shape up high, carries that width all the way back to that ham-loin junction, still sound and attractive as it comes and goes across the ring. Lot 2 is AutoCorrect at Premium Blend out of a sure thing dirty loving sow, born June 25, 2024. Lot 2. Coming in next is going to be lot 3. Lot 3 is this hog right here that Roy's showing, painted up, crossbred gilt. She's a litter mate to the lot 1 and 2. She's 19-3 is her ear notch. She's out of AutoCorrect at Premium Blend once again. A little greener in her makeup, if you would, compared to her 2 litter mates. It's not a bad thing. This hog's still extended up through the front end of her, from her shoulder to the end of her snout. She comes out of the top of her shoulder blade good with her good neck and head carriage. Got true shape coming down the top side of her skeleton. Still yet, she's busted open the base of her chest. One that's good in her bone work. Got an attractive look about her. Nice gilt in lot 3. Born June 25th, 2024. Out of AutoCorrect at Premium Blend. A sure thing on a dirty loving sow. Coming out lot 4. Here's 19-4. Here's a belted gilt that's got the white front beat that comes up all the way to her belt. She carries her hock, wide upper hock on her back too, pretty far there. Depending on where she goes and what county show she goes to, she could possibly be New Hampshire. She's for sure a black crossbred. Wouldn't really matter where you run her, if you run her hamp or black cross or how your classifiers class her. She's actually a crossbred hog out of AutoCorrect, lot 4. 19-4 is her ear notch. She's born June 25th, 2024. Out of AutoCorrect at Premium Blend. Out of a sure thing dirty loving. Kind of the same kind of package as what we talked about on the littermate sister. This one's got just a little bit more punch today right through the center part of her rib cage. Really extended up through the front end. Got them polka dots on the top of her back there and that belt. got some true shape, really nice, attractive, pretty little dude that you could go jackpot and then go on down the road, take her to your county show or where you want to go to and have a lot of fun with her. Nice hog in lot 4, June 25th, 2024. Autocorrect at Premium Blend, a sure thing, dirty loving. Here we are again with lot 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 from the Howell Brothers here at the MFD and Friends live preview. You folks watching online in the seats, another nice set, another pen coming from the Howell Brothers here out of Sydney, Ohio. Appreciate them coming down. This bunch had hogs here last year, and I didn't say it when I first talked about them earlier. They had some hogs come out here that did really good. Had a Berkshire gilt that was a class winner down at Belton and showed several times, done good. Had a spot gilt that won several jackpots and got along really well. So this is a firm that's not, new to the game, been doing it a long time, old dear friends, traveled all the way from Ohio to come down here and be with us at this sale, and we appreciate them and appreciate what they stand for. Okay, we're going to start with lot 5. It's 17-8, crossbred boar here. Roy's going to be pointing out to that one driving here. Got this one in the center of the ring. A little old chromed up boar pig right there. Really good design kind of hog. Immature in his makeup. Still yet got true shape down the top side of his skeleton. Like that about this one. You buy these, you see them fit. This is a nice hog that's got a future ahead of him that got a good look and true shape, heavy bone, big footed kind of hog. Lot number 5. He's out of photo finish at Premium Blend up there at Ted Laird and Family's place. And like I said earlier, they need no introduction. Do an outstanding job with what they do, and we appreciate that. Appreciate them. And lot 5, June 27th, 2024, out of a best kept secret sow, out of photo finish, 17-8, crossbred boar. Next, we're going to go into lot 6. Lot 6 is another littermate, 17-7. Really good individual. Like I talked in those gilts in that earlier pen, this one's got a little bit more punch in the center part of his body today, if you will. Got a little more dimension to the center part of his rib cage. Nothing to take away from lot 5. Lot 5 is plenty good. This guy here is just pretty, got lots of top down the top side of his skeleton. One that you appreciate that is built right, sound and functional. Good design kind of hog, ready to show and go, and looks like he'll feed good and have enough internal dimension to keep growing and still look good down the road. Lot number 6, 17-7, best kept secret sow on a photo finish at Premium Blend. Howell Brothers, Sydney, Ohio. Lot number 7 is a gilt, 17-2 gilt. Here's another one that, got loads of shape, good looking kind of hog, 17-2 crossbred gilt, photo finish, out of best kept secret sow, born June 27th, 2024. Like a lot of things about this one. You buy what you see fit. Tomorrow when the sale at 10, these are some hogs that I think look really good. Got a bright future ahead of them. Lot 7 is a best kept secret on a photo finish. Good design female, crossbred female, got a good look, got her old tail cranked up high. Got some extension up through the front end, good foot and bone, still sound and flexible. She comes and goes across the ring. Lot number 7, Howell Brothers, photo finish, Sydney, Ohio. Lot 8, 18-5. This one's out of a board called Roll Call. Roll Call at Premium Blend and out of a black 22, Stay Tuned. sow, born June 27th, 18.2, lot number 18.5, excuse me, lot number 8. June 27th, 2024. Black 22 times Stay Tuned sow on a roll call board at Premium Blend. Here's another one that we like a lot of things about. It's still green in his makeup. Still got plenty of muscle this stage. Hog that's tall fronted, got a good length of cannon bone, still extended up through his front end. Balances up good. Looks like he's going to have some growth in him. Hog that's going to have no shape and muscle. Lot number 9, 18.2 gilt. Last one for the Howell brothers and out of Sydney, Ohio. Is out of a roll call as well. Litter mate to the boar pig in lot 8. Really cool fronted kind of hog. We like that about that dude. She's really good design kind of hog. Heavy bone, good form kind of hog. Got some shape down the top side of her skeleton. Still look like she's got some frame and growth in her. Nice individual. Looks like her underline's good from far what I can see here on this side. One that could go down the road to a crossbred gilt show and still have attractiveness and look. Still sound and flexible with enough foot and bone. Good underline. Still looks like a lady with some muscle and shape. Lot number 9, crossbred gilt, born June 27th, 2024. She's out of roll call from Premium Blend and out of a Black 22 Stay Tuned sow. That's Howell Brothers from Sydney, Ohio. Okay, coming in here to MFD and Friends here live in Poolville, Texas. We got lot 10 from the Elston family there. Elston family show pigs down there in Morgan Mill, Texas. And some of you folks don't know where Morgan Mill is. Well, I do. I grew up in Stephenville, so it's between Morgan Mill and it's between Stephenville and I-20. So good family here. I've known this family a long time. They, once again, have had a lot of success in this Chester ring. Nice individual here in lot 10 is a 1-6 Chester gilt. She was born July 1st. The sow was reserved white OPB there in Erath County in 2023. I saw that hog at Erath County, was a really good hog. This one's out of go time on a big screen times first take. Lot 10, 1-6 Chester gilt. She's born July the 1st. You talk about a Chester gilt that's good designed and tall fronted and got some shape and look and still got foot and bone and got a good underline as you study her across the ring. Several of you people around here ringside have been to shows or judge shows. We got some pretty good judges sitting in the ringside here. And, you know, I think all of you would agree with me that this gilt right here is one that when you get into judging them Chesters, one of the things that you like sometimes is they get a little, what that old term, Chester-headed. This girl doesn't do that. She's got that extension in front of her blade. She's still stout-skulled. She's still good design. She got true shape down the top side of her skeleton. She's good out of her hip. She's got good set to her hock. She's a nice individual. Lot 10, 1-6 gilt, July 1st. Go time, big screen, first take. Elston family, Morgan Mill, Texas. Lot 11. Coming in next is lot 11 here. I'm going to make you scream a little bit, get a little too close to my speaker. Lot 11 is the Elston family. Once again, it's a 2-9 barrel. This family works really hard at it. I don't know, Chris, when was it? About 3 weeks ago or two, you called me and I'll come by the place and looked at the hogs, and they give me a nice little tour, and they got a nice place there, and they work hard at it as a family. That's something that I really appreciate and look, and as you kind of see, some of the people that's involved here are family oriented, and that's what we like to do with our bunch that we come together here at MFD and Friends. Lot number 11, MFD and Friends sale. We're here live on a preview tonight. We got 2-9 Chester Barra, born July the 1st, is a making deals on a WD-40 jagged. Here again, here's another one that you talk about, a Chester Barra that's good design kind of hog. You know, got plenty of muscle this stage of the game. You can't make a better skeleton, you know. I'm a good skeleton, don't you think, Spencer, on this hog? You know, you're judging them shows, and I know one of the guys earlier talked about, you know, you can buy that muscle in a bucket, but you can't make the skeleton better. And so this one's got plenty of muscle to go with what he's got on his skeleton. He's tall fronted, good designed individual. I appreciate that about him. Sound and flexible. Got enough true shape this stage of the game. One that's going to get better as he gets older. And I've had the privilege of seeing these hogs 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I'm seeing them now, and I see them getting better and better as they come down the road. So that makes me feel good, and I never doubted it when I saw them. And so I left their place that day and felt good about what they were bringing, and trusted what they were doing. Glad they come on board with us this year. Elston family, lot number 11, 2-9, born July the 1st, making deals on a WD-40 jagged. We got lot number 12 coming in next for the Elston family from Morgan Mill, Texas here. 3-3 boar, born July the 15th. A little bit younger here. We got about a 2-week gap from the two that we just saw from the Elston family. I got to see this pig down there about 2 or 3 weeks ago as well. Looks really good. The sow behind this one was the reserve white OPB in Hamilton County, a few counties down the road from Parker. South of Erath County there, was also 4th place at the Angelo Stars Guild. This one here is lot number 12, 3-3 boar, born July the 15th. And you want to talk about this guy. He's one that at a July hog that you really appreciate, that he's still stout skulled when he comes right at you. He's busted open at the top of that blade and carries that width at the base of that chest. One that's got a good angle to that shoulder as he sits forward into that front end. You know, they talk about that inverted C and stuff up in that front end, and this cat falls into that category. One that's busted open down there and carries true shape down the top side of his skeleton, still green enough in his makeup, got a lot of future in his growth. I saw him 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he keeps going and getting better as he comes. Nice individual here, lot 12, 3-3, July the 15th, from the Elston family. Is a Crete back on a Billy Bob big screen. He's a Crete, and if I'm not mistaken, Crete's at that Isaac Beeman's boar stud. Is that correct? New boar stud up there. Isaac does a nice job. Got some nice boars. We got lot 13 coming right now. Next, she's driving here is the boar peg. He's a Crete on a Billy Bob big screen, born July 15th, 3-4, July the 15th, lot number 13. Here's another one that's similar to the boar pig that they just brought in. The Elston family did. This one a little bit longer from flank to flank. I don't think that's a disadvantage at all. I think he balances up extremely well on the side profile. Takes a big old step as he comes at you. One that's stout skulled, got good length out from the end of his shoulder to the end of his snout for his extension. Still opened up at the base of his chest and carries that width from the top of his blade down. Still got some center rib and body. Sound and flexible, got a good hock to him. Really appreciate that about this hog. Nice, balanced up, good individual. Born July the 15th, lot 13, 3-4 boar pig. He's a Crete on a Billy Bob big screen. Coming in next is lot number 14 from the Elston family. 3-1 gilt, litter mate to the previous two we just talked about. And here again, this gilt's one that those boar pigs look like a little pound, more pounds heavy today. Don't let that fool you or bother you. Here's one that a lot of people talk about, want to have that choke throat or that cobra fronted. She's cobra fronted. She's good designed up front. She's got enough extension. She comes out of the top of that blade and with that neck and head carriage, and probably the tallest pointed at the point of the shoulder and tallest fronted of the trio. The other two, the boar pigs, are not bad, but at all, not discounting them at all. This gilt here is just a little greener in her makeup, not as much pounds heavy, but see, yet the bone works right. She's good design. She's sound. She's flexible. She's got a good look about her. Really good throat latch. Really comes out top of her shoulder blade. Got a good angle and set to her shoulder blade. Good underline. I can see that from here. That is lot number 14, 3-1 gilt, born July the 15th. She's a Crete on a Billy Bob big screen. You folks have got a lucky treat today here at the MFD and Friends sale. We got the legendary Danny Burzloff from Iowa going to be on the mic talking about his pigs. And, Danny's kind of a quiet guy, but I'm going to turn the mic over for him. And y'all need to listen close because he knows his stuff, and he's a good, dear friend. And love him to death. And here he is, Danny Burzloff.
I don't know about legendary, maybe in Delmar, Iowa, but where else? Appreciate it, Cody, and appreciate our friends down south here and the opportunity to come down here and show our livestock off and hopefully get them in some good homes and have these kids have some success this coming spring. Thought we brought you a nice set. We're going to start out with a pair of gilts. I'll be lot 16 and 17, is that right? Yeah, 15 and 16, sorry. 15 will be the gilt there, right there. That's a 5-8 is her notch. That is a good old boy. Good old boy was a boar I bought from a good friend of mine, John Mollett, there in Oklahoma, that's done a tremendous job raising show pigs and probably better breeding stock than anything here in the last few years. And that boar's done a tremendous job. That's what most of our hogs are out of this set go around. Her mother would be around here Buzz, back on our old Deadly Secret sow that has done a tremendous job for us. That pair of gilts are both litter mates. The other one is the 16 there. That's 5-10, I believe. Built a little bit different. The 5-10, a little bigger in kind, little bigger bodied, kind of maybe more of the brood sow kind of look, and the dash 8's probably the more show gilt kind of type, I guess. Depends on what you want to go for. But I think two very sound, functional kind of females that you can do a lot of things with. They've got the look and they got the muscle and they got the squareness with a show ring, but you can take them home afterwards, and I think make tremendous females out of that, both that pair. Next, we got a pair of boar pigs, male hogs. You got to help me with the tags. 20, that would be the 3-2 boar pig there. Really like this one's design. Big footed. He's out of a young next intention sow there at home. That one's got a bright future, I think. He's a little greener today as far as his center body. I think you take the seeds out of that one and his body drops, and I think that one's going to be very, very good. He's got good spread to his rib. He's got a big old top in him right out of his blade. He's got a cool look up front, very square about his muscle. He goes away from you square, comes at you square, big old footed thing. I think that one's going to feed very, very well. Then we've got the 2-3. That'd be tag number 22. That one's just a creature, I think, and just in terms of bone and extra foot, and still has look. And that 2 litter at home, there wasn't a lot of males in that litter. It was mostly gilts, and we're going to keep pretty much all them gilts. We've got a little smaller gilt there. We'll probably bring down here in a couple weeks. But that litter was killer. It's actually out of a young sow I got from Jamie Searin. That you'll see his set here in a little bit, but that's doing a really good job. But I like that 2 litter 2-3 barrel, just extra stout, extra big footed, but yet correct, long in his hip, long in his front end. Everything kind of matches. That one I think can still feed. He's got them kind of unique pieces, but still can feed. So. We'll be okay. 17 and 18 will be the next 2 tags here. That's another pair of 5 litter hogs, 5 litter male hogs. We saw the gilts there in that first group. Again, they're good old boys. That Mollet boar back on Round Here Buzz sow. Round Here Buzz Deadly Secret is what the pedigree is on the bottom side. This pair's very similar. I mean, heavy muscle, big ribbed, plenty of bone, and got a tremendous look to him as well. But a lot of shape, a lot of muscle. Love the rib shape in this pair of barrows. Really square, coming and going. Just a nice, I think, easy feeding pair of barrows for whatever you want to do with them. County fair, state show, whatever you got. I think they'll hang in there and feed. They've got enough muscle right now that you can see the width and power that they're going to have, but yet they're still green enough to I think go ahead and go feed and do well for you down the road. So that 5 litter was very, very good litter. There'll be one more of them barrows here, and I think in our last group. Very nice litter there from a really good sow that's very solid and very structurally correct at home there. I don't know if my buddy Jamie's helping me out here or got the next one. Jamie and I went to relax in the hotel. He never did sleep, so I think he's sleeping now is what he's doing. We'll be bringing 3 of these Dirty Yorkshires in next. 23, 24, and 25. They're all litter mates. They're 60 litter pigs. They'd be out of a boar I got at home called Rizzed Up, which is a my mind's going blank, Cody. What the hell? He's a tricked out never before son we bought on the draft there last summer. Done a really good job from Kudos, yeah. Done a really nice job. We bred him to some of our white sows here and made quite a few of these Texas Yorks or classifying Yorks. First one there, what'd you say the tags were again? 23, that'd be the 60-1 boar pig there. That one's just kind of cool. I mean, just kind of fun to look at. He's got some extension and look, and yet he's still burly enough in terms of muscle and bone to get her down there and in. But green yet, put together right, good built, real square. One that I think will feed kind of anywhere you want to go in any kind of program you want to put him on. He's one you can kind of push if you got an earlier show or hold on. He's got enough center body and muscle to hold on him as well. Just a really good kind of Yorkshires. I know a lot of the guys come up this fall have been struggling to find Yorkshires. I know the demand's been high, and that one there's one of my favorites here this fall. That one's a pretty nice pig. His littermate brother would be the -6. He's a little greener today. We actually cut him there about 10 days ago, so he kind of got held back there a little bit. So he's a little greener centered today, but I think you give him another couple weeks and he'll be right where the 1 is. I think that one's gonna explode here. He gets over that cutting and over the traveling all the way from Iowa. Another really good built one, plenty of shape, muscle, and just love the extra length of hip. I mean, all these hogs, white ones, black ones, whatever it is, the key to winning this summer up there north is if they could go out of that rear leg, they're going to win a lot of shows, and I think all 3 of these do that very well with some extra length of hip, but still being proportional in terms of length of body and mass and muscle and width. So then the last one will be tag 25. That'd be the littermate gilt here, -11, 60-11. Really powerful kind of female there. Stout's gold, big top, big ended, but still correct, still square. Got a really good look to her. Really nice gilt there, jackpot or whatever you want to do with her. So thank you, Roy. You're doing a tremendous job. You're a way better showman than I'd be, and way better looking than your dad. I didn't think I brought Bryce Conover with me to this trip. Maybe I was wrong. Those in the crowd that know Bryce got a kick out of that one. Okay, what do we? I digress. We'll move on here. We got 19 and 21 in here. 19 is a barrow. He's another one of them 5 litters. Like I said, that was a really deep litter. He's the barrow pig of that litter. Really cool marked little deal there. Like his brothers, really shapely, plenty of width, still square at the ground. Got a good hip in him, good look to him. That'd be a real good feeding barrow, and just a nice solid pig there for your county show or whatever you want to do with him. Tremendous amount of muscle right out of his blade there, but still good looking up front and up on his pasterns where he should be and things like that. Good little pig. And then the other pig here, the 3-1. Remember his brother there in that first group. He's kind of the same way, just a little bit greener. That sow makes them a little bit greener when they're young, but I guarantee you they'll feed. That one may be the sleeper of any of them in my set. I think that one's just going to turn into a man-child when he gets to clicking here. I just love the way that one's built. I love the extra extension he's got up front. He reads with really big feet for a little pig like that, and that tells me as he grows, that one's just going to get thicker and wider and more massive. So that's another one of my favorites of the set. I think just one that's going to be a great feeding barrel, one that's green yet. But anyways, appreciate the invitation again to come down. It's good to be down here with a lot of good friends, and good luck to all the buyers in the sale. If you got any questions, feel free to reach out to me about anything, whether we can. I know Jamie and I will be heading back north when we leave here, so if you get something bought and you're north of Dallas here or in Oklahoma, we could sure haul anything back for you on the way back, whether that be something you bought from us or somebody else here at the sale. So we'll bring the next group.
coming here next. We're going to have Jamie Sarin coming up here next, and y'all didn't get to only talk to Danny Burzloff, but Jamie's going to come in tonight, and we're glad he's coming in here and with us tonight. Does a great job. Another one of them guys smile with it. We appreciate. I'm going to turn the mic over to Jamie, and he can tell you about the good set of hogs he brought.
Well, thank you, Cody. It's certainly a pleasure to be here, and love all this southern hospitality when we come south here to the sales in the fall. It's just incredible atmosphere down here in Texas. And the weather's even a little bit more like Iowa. That's a bonus. So the first four we've got here, we've got two 23 litter hogs. They're both males, intact males. The one's over on the far side with the white sock, that would be the 23-4. That's a heavy hitter on a show mode. Show mode was a boar that Jason Foote had there that went back to Fortune, and I think came from Livermore Swine in Illinois. That's probably my barrel. I think it's got a bright future just in terms if you want one to feed into. Greenest one today, but might be the best one come March. Huge feet and legs feature. Dead level when you study him from the profile, and just really flexible off both ends of his skeleton. Once again, that's lot 39. He's a heavy hitter on a show mode. His litter mate's the big rib, big centered hog right here that Roy is on now. The power hog of the group. I mean, just huge ribbed and center bodied. We love that about him. One that I think can be slow grown and just kind of feed right into Houston there. Going to have tons of body, tons of muscle, good structured hog. Got a good look from the side. Obviously, he's filled up, likes to eat, got a good appetite. He's a litter mate to that first barrel there. That would be lot 38, 23-3. Heavy hitter there at Layard's, back on a show mode sow that we have there at the house. The other pair are litter mates. They're 20 litter hogs. We'll start with the 20-7, lot 42. This is a buckle up snafu gilt. So her mother would be a gilt that we retained. We had a pair of gilts we sold 2 years ago at Duncan Fall Classic that Mark Hogue family in Illinois ended up with one of them and campaigned her there. She was 5th overall at Exposition. Would have been last summer there for the Hogue family. And her pedigree was a snafu base camp. This is a first litter gilt, litter mate to that one, and did a tremendous job there. Bred to the buckle up boar there at Layard's premium blend there. Super footed, heavy structured, really good looking gilt from the side profile. Maintains herself within her skeleton. Just one that I think you can show. Do a lot of damage in the show ring, but take home and put in a sow herd. And just, I mean, her upper end potential is just, the sky's the limit on this gilt. Obviously, I'm excited about her because she's mine, but truly she is one of the best females that we've ever cut loose of there on the farm. And that's the 20-7, lot 42, buckle up snafu. We have a litter mate male to her. He's the one with the circle in his belt, or the black dot in his belt. This is 20-9, and once again, out of that first litter, snafu, base camp sow. This one's just a really good profile, and maybe a little more like the barrel that I first started off describing, just really kind of green and immature yet in his look, but got all the indicators in the read that I think this one can feed really, really well. And whether you want to end with him there in February or March, I think he can kind of handle it however your feeding regimen dictates. But good looking, sound, real attractive barrel from the profile. Once again, he's another one of them buckle up snafus. His ear notch is 20-10, and he's lot 43. So this pair, this quadrant is 38, 39, 42, and 43. And they're all crossbreds. Age on these are right there the 1st of July. We started farrowing there the last few days of June, and the first week of July is when we typically start farrowing hard there at our place, and that's when these hogs came. So, okay. The next two are 40 and 41. 40 is a He won't show as a light cross, but he's kind of a calicoed up, the light colored barrel, or the whitish, more predominantly white barrel. He's a buckle up on a first litter soul sow. His mother's probably one of the best gilts that we kind of run through the farrowing system this time. She laid down, had 11 of these things on her own, and pretty fired up about these. And once again there, he's a buckle up. The mother is a soul back on a curtain call. First litter sow, so I can't tell you a lot about her, but by the looks of him, I'm pretty pumped with what she's going to generate. We've got some litter mate gilts there at the house that we'll probably keep back in the sow herd there, but really fired up on this one, and I know he won't show as a light cross, but he's definitely going to garner a judge's attention with that color pattern and marked up the way he is. And then you start talking about the hog. I mean, big-footed, heavy-structured hog, tall-fronted, good balanced, got plenty of muscle and shape, kind of feeds there for late February, March, kind of whatever you want to do there. But one I think you need to kind of consider here if you're looking for a barrel with a few little extras, and the color is going to just kind of resonate with the judges. The other hog is another heavy hitter barrel, or boar pig. This one's a heavy hitter back on a snafu, and I mean, if you like hogs that are powerful and have muscle and shape, you're going to be all in on this guy, because he's wide at the ground and square from the base up through his chest floor. And once again, like the other heavy hitter hog in the other litter, super big cage in this barrel. I mean, this thing here, you can kind of slow grow him, and he's not going to go away. And just got some feature there, reads wide between his eyes and his skull, and his indicators are really good. Got a big tail root working in him, and I'm pretty pumped about this guy too here. And he's lot 41, and that's 24-4 heavy hitter snafu. And then the predominantly white barrel was lot 42. That's that was lot 40. That's a buckle up on a sole. So another pair of crossbred barrels that we brought for you here to consider tomorrow morning. So, and like Dan said earlier, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to Cody and get my number, or get a hold of us. We can sure talk about them, or come by and look at them in the pens. I mean, we love people to look at them. That's why we brought them. So we've got three more here we'll run through and talk about a little bit, and that'll be our set. The next ones we have here are going to be lots 44, 45, and 46. We've got a pair of black crossbred barrows here, and they're out of a boar that I actually raised there out of frozen Encore semen at my place. He's an Encore back to a best man secret society on the south side. This is the first crop of hogs out of him, and he's actually a boar that we kept. He's a snow white boar that we kept, and we have some Southwest York pigs out of this guy as well. Their mother's a try-harder gilt that we actually sold down here to a family out in Ohio, and they were gracious enough to offer us back that female after they showed her. And she's really one of our young stalwarts, as far as she's a try-harder rock star sow. And I think you can see in this pair of barrels, if you look into them, the rock star looks there. I mean, just really balanced and true and square and heavy muscled, and just got a killer front end in them. And these are some of them early Julys. They've just kind of starting to come into themselves, and we're pretty excited about this boar. I was talking to Dan about him on the way down. We're going to make some dirty whites out of him for next year on some anarchies that we have there that we use semen from Dan on, and just kind of neat to have a boar that can be solid white, and he can make dark crosses and light crosses and still make them good. And then we're going to finish with our lot 46, and we've kind of been known for our spots. We've got along pretty good with spot boars at Duncan the last couple years there, having champions. And we reached out and used white lines there at Crossroads. And this spotted barrow is, I think he's a really neat hog here in terms of just his angles and his flex and his go off both ends of his skeleton. And then his mother's a home-raised boar there that I call Gut Check. So Gut Check would be a Neptune back on Throwdown's littermate sister. His littermate barrow the year that he was farrowed was reserve champion barrow there at Missouri State Fair. so he's got some winning back in his lineage. But I think if you're looking for a spot barrel there kind of for San Antonio or maybe string this one clear to Houston, I think you definitely need to kind of look in here and consider this guy. I mean, he's really youthful and immature and got a great set of feet and legs and running gear underneath him. So that's our set. Like I said, we'll be around here. If you got questions, call, text, talk to us. But by all means, we enjoy coming down to this sale and being a part of it. Thanks, Cody. Thanks, Roy.
Did good.
Thank you.
Better than Danny. Coming here next in our MFD and Friends pig sale in our preview tonight, we got the McGuire Livestock Bunch out of Oklahoma. And, you know, that family needs no introduction, and they've been involved in this sale since we started it, and we appreciate them as well. Good family, good young family. Got a new addition to the family that come down today for the sale, sitting over here to my left. And so congratulations on the new baby there. We're going to start out with lot number 47. Spencer's driving in the middle of the ring here. This is a blue boar pig. Really good-looking blue boar pig here. He's a white hot, back on a French kiss times twigs. That sow raised a pair of blue bears that won jackpots in Oklahoma and ended up 3rd and 6th overall at the OYE. Sale maker at Houston and reserve at the Revival, both rings. Nice blue hog here that tag number 47 from the McGuire Livestock. Study that guy as you study him. I mean, he just balances up tremendously well on the side profile. You come out of the show ring or come out of the sort ring there, and you come in and you see that front end, and he's good from the knee to the ground. One that's still extended out from the end of his shoulder to his snout, still stout enough in his skull. One that's good designed, open up the top of that shoulder blade, got real shape down the loin edge. Really comes back to a big old ham loin junction, flares out from hooks to pins. Good set on his hock as he goes away from you. Nice blue bear. You folks need a good blue one, better come back to the sale. There's one in tag number 47. Coming up next is tag 48 from the McGuire Livestock Bunch. This is a belted one. Same kind of process. It's promotion on an anchor man. Old sow that gets it done every time. Spencer was telling me. Had a reserve Division I cross that went on to be 3rd out cross at OYE in 21. Her most recent litter had a bear that wins the first 2 jackpots of the year that got sick and didn't make it past that. But love the sow, the feedability. He told me earlier when we was talking when they showed up that, you know, he said, Cody, these hogs just, they feed. They got predictable. He said, the ones I brought to you, I really appreciate because I know what they're going to do. And we've had hogs feed out of them every time. And so they brought you some hogs here, and this belted hog is real similar like the blue one. Stout bone, big forearm kind of hog. Really got a big old stout skull on him, stout mug if you want to call that. Still yet clean enough in his throat latch. One that's got good shape down the top side of his skeleton. I appreciate that about him. He's a barrel ribbed kind of boar pig. Really good shape down the top side of that skeleton. Length of hip as we've talked about. One that takes a good stride, good set to them, hock to the ground. Nice one in tag 48. It's a belted one. He's on a promotion on an anchor man. Coming in next is going to be tag 49. This is a gilt. She's a deacon on a no intro. First gilt we had brought out of this litter with a lot of anticipation. He told me that earlier when we were sitting in the parking lot earlier today talking. He thought this gilt was really a good individual that he brought us today. I agree with him. She's nice. She's got true shape. She's got look. She's got enough foot. She's got enough bone. She comes at you at the base of her chest and square at her knee. One that's good design. Length of hips good. Got a good balance on the side profile. Takes a good stride. She comes and goes across the ring. She's got a good underline. Nice female here. It's a deacon, no intro. 49 tag number. Give her a good look when you come in to sale tomorrow. That is McGuire Livestock. We thank them for coming out today. We'll see. They'll be here tomorrow, and the sale starts at 10 a.m. McGuire Livestock. Tag number 47, 48, and 49. Next in is Bragg Farms, Stephenville, Texas. David Bragg and Carrie Eves from Bragg Farms. I've known both those gentlemen my whole life. They're from Stephenville, where I grew up. When we started a long time ago, David and I was two of the first breeders that started that Erath County pig sale that run for 23 or 4 or 5 years continuously. And then we turned it over to Tarleton, and they ran it for a long time. But David called me and wanted to know if he could bring a pair, 2 or 3 up here for the sale, and I told him sure, I'd love to have them. He brought you a nice set of white crossbred gilts that look York. First one we're going to talk about is going to be tag 51. That's the one that Roy's driving right there is tag 51. She's a white crossbred gilt that would classify York. 10-6 is going to be her ear knot. She was born on July the 7th. They're out of a boar called Smoke at Premium Blend and out of a Studley that was a York. So it's a Smoke on a Studley. Smoke come from Premium Blend. It's Bragg Farms, tag number 51, 10-6, York Cross Gilt. Coming in next is going to be tag number 52, 10-8's ear notch. Litter mate to the one we just talked about, born July the 7th. Nice kind of gilt. A little greener than the one we just talked about, maybe not as pounds heavy, but still yet built right in her skeleton. Still good design. Got a good set to her hawk as she goes away from you. One that you appreciate, just got a stout enough skull and still open up the base of her chest. Both of these gilts look like they could compete in a market show or going down the road in a crossbred gilt show. They're good underlined hogs, or if you want to get in the hog business, start raising hogs. Here's you some, I heard Danny call them earlier, Texas Yorks. She's a crossbred Yorkshire hog, tag number 52, 10-8 crossbred gilt from Bragg Farms. Next in, we've got McCleary Family Durocs in with some Durocs here. We got tag number 27 that Roy's driving out across the ring is a 4-1. 4-1. This 4-1 at 4 litters out of a 13-2 sow that we call Mini, out of boar called Picture Perfect. It's at Southern Gold at Bill Rosenbaum's. They do a nice job down there. That Picture Perfect hog's one that Bill bought from Juice Springs, I believe on the draft a year ago. Nice set of hogs. I've heard some good things about these Picture Perfects. We like this litter 4. We think there's a lot of good there. This 4 hog is 4-1, tag 27, born the 7th day of July. Duroc hog that's got some true shape down the top side of his skeleton, still stout in his skull, got enough foot and bone. He's still flexible and sound as he comes and goes across the ring. Lot number 27, 4-1, born July the 7th. He's out of a Picture Perfect on a Keep It Down sow. Keep It Down was a hog that was at Jay and Will Winters out there at Wintex. Will had I'd got some semen on, done a nice job for us. We kept a son of him called KD 22-1, and that's what that sow is a KD 22-1, which goes back to Keep It Down, and Keep It Down was a deal with it. Lot 30 is 4-4, litter mate to the one we just talked about in lot 27. This is the one that's the green guy of the bunch, and Roy and I were talking about yesterday, and he said, Dad, you know, that one just keeps getting better and better. I ain't for sure I don't like him as good as any of them, and I agree. I mean, I think that whole litter of 4s, there'll be several of them you'll see tonight and here tomorrow if you come out for the sale. They're hogs that I think are balanced, good design kind of hogs. I got a lot of faith in these that we brought because we've kept them sows and kept the sows that we believe in and what they're doing. It's a Picture Perfect back on a 13-2 Keep It Down sow, and Keep It Down was a deal with it. We kept a boar out of that Keep It Down deal, and we called him KD 22-1, and that's what that 13-2 sow was. We bred her to Picture Perfect, and which is a boar over there at Rosenbaum's Southern Gold in Indiana. Do a nice job out there, and that hog come from Juice Springs. Heard a lot of positive comments about Picture Perfect. I was talking to Jimmy Cox the other day, and he said they had some really nice Picture Perfects that had done really well and liked how they were looking, and sold some to some people, so he was hoping that they would continue to grow and maybe they'd get along with them. So that made me feel good about what the Picture Perfects were looking like. Lot number 30, 4-4, born July the 7th, is a Picture Perfect on a Keep It Down. Lot 34 is 4-7. This is the Duroc Gilt. I think this is the one Roy and Casey liked the best, probably, of what we bought on the gilts. What do we got here, Roy? 3 gilts tonight? 4 gilts tonight? This gilt probably comes in the top end of the deal. We like all 4 of them, but I think this is the one they like. And, you know, and as you guys are ringside and watching online know, as you get families and you do it for a long time, well, mamas and daughters and daddies and daughters and moms and sons and so forth, so on. Sometimes you don't always agree, but that's what makes it go around, and I think this is a good one myself. I might argue with them about another one's going to come in here later about that I think might be better, but this is a nice gilt in lot 34. She's 4-7. She's a litter mate to the 2 we just talked about in lot 27 and lot 30. Out of Picture Perfect. Hogs that are good design, sound, flexible, got some stoutness to their skull, still extended enough up front. Got some shape down the top side of the skeleton, great big old feet in them, heavy bone kind of hogs, still sound and flexible. Lot 34, 4-7, Duroc Gilt, born July the 7th, is a Picture Perfect on a Keep It Down sow. While we're waiting on that next set of pigs of ours coming in, we got My Coffee Club back here in the back of the show ring tonight. Any of you coffee drinkers like to drink coffee, My Coffee Club is a brand new establishment here in Poolville, Texas. A nice family, the Bandy family. I want to thank them for coming out tonight. I've known this family, and I worked with just Jared's dad, Ross Bandy, on different occasions, and Jared told me about that his wife and mother-in-law had started this coffee club, and it's good coffee, and so that's what I drink at my house every morning. I actually had 3 or 4 cups of My Coffee Club this morning. So anyway, I got me a cup tonight to keep me kind of focused and locked in. I want to give a shout-out to them, My Coffee Club. Coming in next, we got the next set, Lot 28 and Lot 29 here from the MFD firm, McCleary Family Durocs. lot 28 and 29, correct? Lot 28 is going to be 4-6, is that right? Lot 28 is 4-6. Here's one that is litter mate to the 3 we just brought out. We talked about one that you talk about is good design kind of gilt. Maybe a little bit more market-oriented than her sister, if you would. I think the 4-7 is one that you could take on down the road and kind of be a dual purpose. I think 4-6 could be a breeding gilt as well, but she's got a little more true shape up high. Probably work better for a market show, going to a county show or something. Still got lots of shape and good look and design. Opened up really good from the knee to the ground. One that you appreciate, that still sound and flexible as she comes and goes, and just kind of puts the pieces together. She don't ooh you and all you everywhere, but she just kind of complete and solid. Good design kind of female. Lot 28, 4-6. Coming in next is going to be lot 29, and that's 4-8. Here's another one that you appreciate, littermate sister. She maybe is a rib longer than her sister that we just talked about. Lot 29, that is 4-8. One that's maybe a little bit longer sided, if you will, is an old time Duroc breeder. That don't bother me a bit. She's got really good neck and head carriage. She takes good long strides. You can see her stretching across the ring there. One that's good designed. Still looks like a lady. Got enough true shape and muscle down the top side of her skeleton. See yet she's big enough in the center part of her body with that length of body that she carries. Make a nice breeding female. Lot 29, 4-8. They were born on July the 7th. They're out of Picture Perfect. I want to keep it down 13-2 Sal. $35.36. 4-5, and that's 4-5 and 3-6. Next in is lot 35 and 36. Here's a pair of boar pigs that we brought tonight that I like this pair pretty well. Lot 35 we're going to start with is on the right side there. Roy's going to show this one across the ring. He's a litter mate to the 4s we've been talking about. One that's still got a really good look up front. Got a great big old foot in him. Good from his knee to the ground. Really stout through the center part of his skull. He's got a good ear set to his ears and comes out the top of his blade, really wide at the top of that blade, and carries that width and that loin edge all the way back to that ham-loin junction. Got a really cool look about him. One that I think should feed extremely well. His mama's one that's really extended up through that front end. One of the guys sitting here ringside, or a couple of them, have actually seen this sow, and that's what they talked about, that sow. Said, I love her front end. He's got that same front end as his mama, and will be one that should be a 260, 70, 80 pounder down the road that'll have true shape and look and still have foot and bone and can go and can handle it. That's lot number 35, 4-5. Born July the 7th, picture perfect. Back on a 13-2, keep it down south. Coming in next is 36, and this is 3-6. And this is another one that me and Casey and Roy and Les have argued about these. There's about 3 or 4 of these boar pegs we've argued about which one we like the best. This is one of the ones in that same package that we just talked about in lot 35. A little bit different kind of design. He's out of a Picasso boar that's up there at Travis Platt's at Upper Hand, and Leslie and I were actually driving down the road going to the Houston Bear Show, and we needed to get some semen, and I called Travis. Same time I called Bill Rosenbaum at Southern Gold, and I need some semen, and they sent them down there, and we got them bred, and this one does what Travis said he was going to do. He's got foot and he's got bone, and there's still muscle and shape. Good neck and head set coming out of the top of his blade. Born July the 7th, out of Picasso, out of a 21-2 sow. That 21-2 sow is a work of art. Back on a masterpiece, so that's lining up that work of art. The mama of this one is a litter mate to the champion Duroc that the Kate family had at Parker County. Went on to be like 4th at the exposition. Had another litter mate sister that was a class winner at Parker County. That bear was had won quite a bit, and really good litter. So a lot of predictability here, like we talked about in some of these other hogs coming from these other firms today. Lot 36, is that right? 3-6. out of Picasso on a work of art, 21-2 sale. $26 and $33. $4-2. Lot 26 is going to be 4-2 right here. This big boar peg. He's a litter mate to some of them fours we've already talked about previously. He's a green as a gourd, a little bigger than his kind. That doesn't bother me a bit. He's one that I think is going to be a big bear that, like Danny talked about, one of them ones earlier that you take the seeds out of that dude and he's just going to blow up, bust open, and keep going. He's built right in his design kind of hog. Appreciate that about this one. 4-2 is going to be lot 26. 4-2. He's out of Picture Perfect on a Keep It Down 13-2 sale. Coming in next is lot 33. Lot 33 is a 3-9. She is a Picasso back on a 21-2 work of art sale that goes back to the 30-1 masterpiece sale, and then that sale went on back to 21-8. The 21-8 was a sale that Roy had bought as a gilt from the Shippert family, Jordan Shippert up there in the Midwest, and they've done a nice job for us, and we've built around that deal and some of that. In that lot 33 is a 3-9, born July the 7th, out of Picasso, back on a 21-2 work of art sale. Really green, good design kind of hog, tall fronted, big form, good setter hawk, got good length of hip. A lot like the lot 26 boar peg we just talked about, 4-2. A little bigger than her kind, that don't bother me. She's got a little good length of body. She still balances up on the side profile. Sound, flexible, good design hog, got muscle and shape. Lot 33, 3-9, July the 7th. Picasso back on a work of art. What is the ear notch? 3-5? Yeah. Is that right?
I think so.
Lot 31 coming in next that Roy's driving here tonight in our preview at the MFD and Friends. 3-5, lot 31. Litter mate to that other three we talked about earlier. There was lot 36. This is lot 31. We got a couple of pen buddies in here. This lot 31 didn't want to cooperate a whole lot, so we brought a couple of buddies back in here so he'd kind of calm down a little bit. Unbeknownst to some people, we don't get them out and stick break them every day and walk them. They're not been trained, but this is the most action they've had, honestly, with a stick or moving around. So, but lot 31's 3-5. Here's one that a little stouter package, if you will, a little bolder ribbed. Still yet got some good extension, good enough cleanness up through his throat latch. One that you still appreciate. It's got a good look and still balanced and sound, functional kind of hog. Looks like a nice Duroc boar peg that can make a really nice county bear going down the road for somebody who wants to go down to the county and try to be competitive. He's square from the knee to the ground. Got muscle, got shape, got look, sound, and flexible. Lot 31, 3-5. Lot 37. 3-8. Lot 37 is going to be 3-8. That's the one Roy's working on right now, driving across the ring. And here's another one that It's just greener than a gourd and good design. Got a great big hind leg on him. One that you appreciate that is stout. Good design, heavy bone kind of hog. Still got some true shape. Got great big feet. Danny Burzloff just walked up here, and I agreed. Got great big old feet in them. And that's the thing I like about these 3s and 4s is they've got big feet and their bone works right. There's a term that I use when one of the gentlemen sitting around ringside come by and looked at them 3 or 4 days ago. These hogs are flat boned, but they're heavy boned. And there's a difference between flat bone and round bone, isn't there, Danny? Oh, my. And these hogs are flat boned, good design kind of hogs, sound and flexible. They're good on their toes, great big feet. That's lot 37, 3-8. 32, excuse me, lot 32. It's 3-8. Then we got lot 50. Lot 32 is 3-8 that we was just talking about. I got messed up there. We got lot 50 coming in next. Lot 50 is that other 3 little hogs, 3-7. I'll just flat tell you that I like the ones we brought today, and I'll stand behind what we do. We've been doing this breed for 36 years, but Lot 50 is one that really turns my crank. If I was going to keep one, and this young man that's driving them, my youngest son or his older brother was showing, or if my grandson was already able to show, I'd keep Lot 50. So just going to tell you that right now. Lot 50 wouldn't even be offered. I think he's greener than a gourd. I know he is. He's sound. He's flexible. He's got flat bone. He's big-footed. He's got true shape. He just gets better and better every day. He's got the right maturity pattern. I like Lot 50 a lot. Good design kind of hog. Both these hogs were born on July the 7th. They're out of Picasso, back on a 21-2 work of art. So that's lining up that work of art. So it's a double-bred work of art. Picasso was a littermate to Da Vinci. Both those boars left too early. But they've done a good job, and I like what they did with this 21-2 sow, and we're lining up that work of art deal. So lot 32, 3-8, lot 50, 3-7. Well, that concludes our preview tonight. I know we went through it, and I know that Danny and Jamie did a nice job, and I kind of struggled on a few of them, but we appreciate you folks coming out, and appreciate the opportunity. And if you got any questions, please just give us a call. Call any of us involved. Call me, call Jamie, call Danny, call Nick, call Sue, call Spencer. Call Chris Elston, any of them. Call Kerry Eves, David Bragg, and sale starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow. If you got any questions, give us a call. We'll be glad to talk to you.
We'll be going home 35 if anybody wants 35.
Like Danny just called, he's going to be going up north, up 35. So if anybody needs a ride going north on 35 from Texas here, they can throw it on that trailer going back north to North Texas, on up into Oklahoma, Kansas, wherever. As you saw on our deal, we've got several people, Daryl Ressman, McCleary Family Durox, I think we put out there. And if not, I'll tell you right now, we'll be glad to help deliver to surrounding states. If you got any other options you need, just give us a call. We'll make arrangements and make it happen. We appreciate the opportunity. I think we got a nice set tonight. Appreciate everybody coming out. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow.